Hello friends, now it has been 639 days of war between Russia and Ukraine. Starting from the southern front in Kherson, Ukrainians' further offensive operations were hindered due to bad weather. However, there has been some improvement in the weather and also hindered because of heavy bombardment by Russian military on eastern bank as well as western bank of Dnieper River. Russian army had been using helicopters, artilleries, FAB 500 bombs, especially towards Frolov and adjacent to Krinky, and they were able to shrink Ukrainian supply line from Frolov Island. Nonetheless, the Ukrainians were able to hold their bridgeheads in Krinky and also advanced, especially towards forest near Krinky in southern direction. On Zaporizhia front towards Orikho sector, both the armies are engaged in artillery duels and also using UAVs since some improvement of the weather. Ukrainians carried out limited attacks on Verbov and Robotin direction without any gains. Towards Rimivka salient, situation is by and large similar, where Russians carried out attack on Staromayorsky as well as Urozhain, however no gains. In east on Bakhmut front, Russian army took control of forest near railway line in Avdiivka direction. Klishivka no changes. The Ukrainians however made some gains towards north of Kurdyumivka. Further north of Bakhmut in Siversk direction, Ukrainians made some gains towards south of Bilohorivka. In Avdiivka, Russian army made gains towards north of Stropov outskirts on both the sides. As far as south is concerned, they again made some gains towards Vinograd Niki settlement. Fight is continuing towards north of Krasnogorovka as well as towards industrial zone including coke plant. In north, there is nothing special to report. Kupiansk, Kremina, Swatovo side down up to Liman. The battle, if at all taking place, is in form of positional battle. Counter battery operation continues, and of course heavy bombing by the Russian aerospace including UAVs continuing. Russians carried out night missions using UAVs as well as missiles in Khmelnytsky, Vinnytsia, Odessa, Pultova, while Ukrainians attacked North Crimea, Kursk, Belgorod, Gurlovka directions. Few general points related to war. There are informations that Russian troops who were fighting in Kherson direction in the eastern bank of Dnieper River have complained lack of organization of combat operations, provisions of communication that must be breaking in between, and low level interaction between forward units. That means they are not getting proper guidance from the rear command. It is highly possible. While from the other side, the Delhi Telegraph in an analysis says that Ukrainian army fears it can't win Russian war of exhaustion. It doesn't say war of attrition but exhaustion, slightly different but meaning is same. And it said number of units on front line is reduced by 20 to 40% after Ukrainian counter-offensive failed, which started approximately 4 months earlier. And result is now volunteers are being replenished by newly trained who have gone short training rather conscripts or forcibly. Well, war continues, but as far as Palestine-Israel war is concerned, it has started 4 days peace, and let us see how much it is successful and what comes out of it. I expect that this may be extended as Israel too is not in a very healthy conditions. In the meantime, Hezbollah carried out missile attacks, almost 40 of them, against Israeli settlements yesterday. This war truce does not apply on Hezbollah. Yesterday, Israeli forces destroyed many camps, including shops, houses in West Bank. Hopefully, there will be some peace. In the meantime, Executive Director of UN Women, Seema Semi, said 67% of all civilians killed were women and children out of more than 14,000 killed in Gaza. It's a heinous crime. Now on little bit climate. UN sponsored climate change conference, that is COP 28, that means 27 have been done previously, will be held in Dubai. The information says that ice is melting at a record pace due fossil fuel. They haven't talked about the war and industrial wastes and experiments on munitions, chemical weapons, etc. The temperature which was aimed to maintain 1.5 degrees centigrade rise pre-industrial time now has risen by more than 0.02%. That means it has hit on occasions 1.52 degrees, 1.7 degrees centigrade or so. It is another ticking bomb which could be worse than atomic warfare or at par with that. Well, that's all from my side today, friends. See you tomorrow. Thank you.